What's up, guys? So I wanted to go ahead and answer a question that I received here. And if you have $300, which phone should you buy? So I do have some older flagship phones that I absolutely love, except for the V60. It's not technically not really that old. But we have the Galaxy S10, the Note 10 Plus, the OnePlus 7 Pro, the LG V60, and the iPhone XS. I think these are awesome phones, and they're all in that $300 price range. Now, me personally, I think the best bet right now for 300 bucks is the V60. It would be the phone. Like, if I had 300 bucks, I would definitely buy this phone here because it has such a great price to spec ratio. This phone also comes with a dual screen case for around an extra 100 bucks. You can find them on eBay. But one thing that I love about this phone, and I have full, videos in more detail about all of these phones, gaming tests, all that stuff. But just the highlights with the V60, like I said, that dual screen case, the battery life is phenomenal on the V60, and you also have pretty good camera setup as well. But this phone still retains a headphone jack with the quad DAC. It is very awesome. So just having that quad DAC on here, be able to plug your phone in, it's an awesome experience. Also, these phones, or this phone in particular, just has an above average stereo speaker setup. I mean, it's super loud. I absolutely love it. And the display on here is really nice too. It's an OLED display, very color accurate. It's a very good, nice display. So like I said, I think the highlights with the V60, that Snapdragon 865 processor will be able to play games at the highest settings, so it does a really good job at that. So there's really not anything I don't like about the V60, especially at this price point. Super powerful chip, great audio setup on here. This one is running Android 11. We are scheduled to get Android 12 with this phone. Really beautiful build quality. It's really built like a tank. I say it all the time. And like I said, so there's really not much that I don't like about the V60. Now, I actually still personally use the OnePlus 7 Pro as my daily driver here. You can find this phone for a little under 300 bucks now. It has been an awesome phone for me. It is set to receive the Android 12 update as well, so I'm really excited for that. And this phone has just been super reliable. I still think it has one of the best displays that you can get on any phone at this price point. It is just really awesome, really period, because there's not really too many phones that do not have any type of punch hole or cutout for the display. So you just get that beautiful full screen display design on here. And you guys know I'm a big fan of Oxygen OS as well too. Everything is silky smooth. This phone still actually kind of stays really modern with the 90 hertz. So no, it's not 120 hertz, but the 90 hertz is still super smooth. It's got the Snapdragon 855, so it does a pretty good job at gaming. It can still game at high settings, no problem. You can actually play PUBG at 90 frames, which is really nice. Overall, I think the only thing that's kind of aged with this phone is the cameras. The cameras are just okay. Comparing them to even these other flagship phones, they're just okay. Sometimes you have to switch to Gcam and stuff like that. But overall, image quality is not that bad, and good lighting, you can definitely get a usable shot. But yeah, so image quality is fine. The speaker setup is fine. Overall, I still really like this phone. Like I said, it's my daily driver, so I can really vouch for this phone. And like I said, Android 12 is going to breathe a lot of new life into this phone this year. Alright, so next would be the iPhone XS. Guys, I've been extremely blown away with the iPhone XS. I really think this is the best iPhone that you can buy for the price, because for 300, and you can get it for 330 bucks. I'll have the links down below. Man, you're getting an awesome phone. The cameras are really nice on the XS. Also, video quality is really good on here too. But not only that, this has the OLED display, which I absolutely love, because the XR has the IPS display and it doesn't get as bright and it's not as color accurate as this display. So I really just like this display. It's just really bright, very colorful, easy to see outdoors. Yeah, so I just really like it. And also, if you guys have seen the videos I've been putting out on this, this also has the Apple A12 chip, so it's very capable of playing the latest games, bouncing in and out of applications. It's a very fast and speedy phone, even for an older flagship phone. It just is able to bounce around. You don't really get a ton of lag and stuff like that. So that's something that I really appreciate. So great performance, great cameras, pretty good display, and very good build quality. I still think the design is pretty classy on the XS. So this is an awesome phone to consider as well. And I believe with that strong chipset, you definitely will get, at least 3 more years, if not 4 more years of software updates. All right, so next, the phone that I recently got, the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which I still think has one of the most beautiful designs of all time. Very eye-catching if you take this phone out. It always attracts people's eyes. Beautiful display at 91% screen to body ratio. It is just awesome. Full 1440p display. It's a very sharp display and very color accurate. The dynamic AMOLED display. And yeah, it's just a beautiful display. But the thing about this phone is the S Pen. So if you're somebody that really wants to navigate and use a pen, like I said, I like to use this phone to create notes and stuff like that. If you go to a grocery store, also digital artists, this is a great pen for drawing and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's just a lot to like about this phone. Just the build quality on here, it just feels extremely premium. Like I said, if you've never used a Note phone before, when you pick it up, you start using it, you're gonna be like, man, this is a very premium and very classy feeling phone here. So that's one of the first things I think you'll notice. So image quality is pretty good on the Note 10 Plus as well too. If you guys haven't seen my camera comparisons, get some very good image quality on here as well too. Yeah, I just don't really have anything bad to say. This phone also has the Snapdragon 855 chip. I dropped a gaming test, plays Fortnite at 60 frames, PUBG high, Call of Duty high. I mean, it is really a beast of a phone. It's also getting Android 12 as well too, so we'll cover that on the channel as well. Now, the Galaxy S10 series really is just a phenomenal buy. It doesn't really matter which one you go with. So you can go with the bigger S10 Plus or the S10e if you want something smaller. The S10 is kind of in the middle. I really like the size of this phone. It doesn't feel super small and it doesn't feel too big at all too. It feels like I can kind of one-hand it. But this is a phenomenal phone too. You can find this for way cheaper than $300, actually around like maybe $250 or something like that. And this phone has all the bells and whistles that a flagship phone will get. It's getting Android 12. On top of that, it still retains the headphone jack. You also have a beautiful 1440p display on here as well too. And really good cameras on the S10. And yeah, I don't have anything to say negative about this phone. This is a very awesome phone. I've made a couple videos on it. And one of the things about the S10 is that this also does phenomenal with gaming performance. You do have the Snapdragon 855. You can play pretty much any game on high, just like the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Also, but the big difference with this one and the 10 Plus is that all of the S10 series phones retain the headphone jack. The Note 10 Plus does not, so that could be something that you might be interested in. But this phone is an overall awesome performer altogether. Now, I would say for people that are concerned about battery life, the V60 is the best battery performer, and then I would say the Note 10 Plus, and then I would say the 7 Pro, and then it's kind of a tie between the S10 Plus and the 10s. They sort of get around the same screen on time to me, but the V60, if you're really depending on your phone for battery life, this has the biggest and just excellent standby time and screen on time. So that is pretty much it. I know somebody's gonna say like, what order would you put these phones in? It's really hard for me, but I can give you my favorite two. It would have to be between the V60 and the 7 Pro, but I kind of get in toss between the Note 10 Plus as well too, because it's just really impressed me. But let me know what you guys think. Would you guys buy these older flagship phones? There's also some mid-ranger phones that we'll talk about as well too in another video. The A52 5G, the Redmi Note 10 Pro, the Pixel 5a 5G. Those are awesome mid-range phones if you don't want to go the old flagship route. So I'll put a video out about that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.